If you are discussing this, before buying a device like this or similar, hear what I have to say. This is an error code reader for your vehicle, or what they call an onboard diagnostics type scanner. Yes, it's very popular with many commercials and ads, but people still don't understand something about it. And it's that this little device, or one similar to it, doesn't replace the work of a professional mechanic at all. Many suggest it does, but that's not true. For many, and I'll explain more later in this video, this might not be useful for them because it's not for everyone. So let's take a look at this one in particular. This is the Carpal scanner from the company TopDon, a pretty popular diagnostic code scanner or reader. Let's see who it works for and who it doesn't. It's compact. You don't see any cables on it. Because one good thing about it is that it works with the app, it works with your phone, so it doesn't depend on a connection. It's not complicated at all, and honestly, it's pretty easy. And supposedly, it has the 3 Bs. Good, nice, and cheap. But I'll give that verdict at the end. The Carpal diagnostic reader offers features similar to those found in advanced workshop devices used by mechanics. This one has many functions that are the same as those more expensive scanners. There will be some functions that it doesn't have, or that it won't have, like the bigger scanners. Of course, but for most users buying this scanner, is it sufficient and all they need? In fact, for many of you watching this video, this is really the only thing you're going to need. And you don't have to spend a fortune on buying a scanner. Well, I'm not going to say a fortune either on buying a more expensive scanner. These can range from $200 to $1,000 of these scanners that are used in mechanic workshops. This is possibly, for many people, the only thing you're going to need. Oh, and another important thing is that this offers bidirectional communication, meaning you can read everything the computer tells you. And on top of that, you can activate processes through the app, which is really good. But let's do a test to see how well the Carpal works, this tiny scanner. But I'm not going to do it in this truck because this truck is a very new GMC Sierra, 2025-2026, and on top of that, it's electric. I'm not going to do it here. I'll use a more typical, slightly older and more familiar vehicle to see if it actually has any issues. Let's see how this top-down Carpal works. So let's go. 2020. Accord, we're going to test the Carpal and I'll tell you what features it has. The key thing you need to know? Okay, let's take the test. But before connecting the Carpal, it's very important that you've downloaded the app itself on your cell phone, which is called Top-Down Carpal. That way, you can find it in the Apple Store or in the Google Store. It's important that you download it and go through a simple registration process with an email address. And that's it. There you'll have access to all the benefits it offers you. And an important detail. If you don't know where to connect the Carpal, where your vehicle's onboard diagnostics port is, the Carpal app itself will tell you. There's a feature, a part of the app, where you can search by make, model, and year, and it will give you an illustration, a graphic representation of where it is, to help you identify more quickly where you're going to plug it in. And once you connect via Bluetooth, the app starts giving you information and notifications. Was the connection successful? Next, it prompts you to choose your vehicle's brand. Here, you select Honda. That's where we'll do the test. The good part is once you pick the brand, you won't need to select it again. It stays saved there in the app for the next time you need to do another scan. All right, here we've already identified where the onboard diagnostics port is in this Honda Accord.
We simply make the connection, push it in, a green light turns on, which means it should work.
And you start the vehicle. We're going to start inspecting the engine of this Honda. You select Engine Inspection. It will take a few seconds and then it gives you the report. Here it has detected some faults, some error codes, P0172, 300, 2, 304, and 300. The good thing is there's a warning notice that says minor. I mean, they're not urgent problems that would make you run out desperately to fix these kinds of faults, right? And also, another thing is that if you click on each one of them, it will give you an indication of what's happening. For example, here in the detected misfire in cylinder 2, it gives you maintenance recommendations, like repairing, replacing the spark plug, replacing the distributor, and also steps for the repair. Are these all the guides, the instructions for each of the error codes that the engine inspection has given you? Likewise, you can do an inspection or a general health scan of the vehicle. It gives you a report. And there, in real time, you'll see if there's any problem. It gives you information about the braking system, anti-lock, and the tire pressure monitor. Here's something to keep you entertained and help you analyze what's happening. For example, here there's a fault with the electronic power steering. The power steering of this Honda apparently has a fault there. And the good thing is that it gives you the information and guidance so you know what to do about it. After the vehicle health inspection, it provides a score. Look, in this case, this Honda has a score of 87 and it explains it to you and also points out the issues in red. And you can click on each one of them to find out exactly what each of those error codes is about. Another benefit of the app or of having Carpal is that it also gives you a guide. Through the app, it provides you with an orientation guide about many things. About what? For example, about the warning lights, the alerts that come up. It shows you the wide variety of those alert lights that we hate to see on our dashboard. But it tells you and gives you an explanation in Spanish for each one of them and the possible causes of the problem that might be causing it. That causes the dashboard alert light. Another thing is that it has a library of terms. It also shows you the meanings of many of the error codes that come up. There, you can see exactly what's happening with your vehicle. But also, the good thing about that error guide is that you can also go to Google if you want to go deeper into the information, have more background to take to your mechanic, or if it's something you can fix, then you do it yourself. The real advantage is having all that guidance and valuable information, which is what makes Carpal valuable. Here's what I want to clarify. Many mechanics get upset when I discuss devices like scanners and similar accessories. What happens is that before, a few years ago, we didn't have access, we didn't have the knowledge, and now they're available to the public. That's good for everyone. This isn't meant to replace the professional work of a mechanic or the work of a professional mechanic. This is so you can work as a team with your trusted mechanic. How? Because now, thanks to this and devices like these, you'll have better information. You can go to the mechanic and say, "Look, this showed up in the reading," or simply tell him, "Look, this is failing with my vehicle. Please take a look." It's so you can work as a team. Some people will be able to solve it, yes, depending, as I've said, on the level of mechanical knowledge you have, but other people, it will simply serve as a very good tool for them to work as a team with their trusted mechanic. Why? Because it's no secret that mechanical workshops don't make much money from oil changes or tire rotations. That's not where the money is. That's not where the profit is. The real money, or for them, let's say, the real money is in other types of services. Some mechanics and workshops are honest and charge fair prices, but unfortunately, not everyone is like that. There are mechanics who aren't so honest and charge for small services, for things that really aren't necessary. For silly things you could fix yourself. They charge you much more, or sometimes services are extremely expensive. And honestly, it's not fair for you, for the consumer, for anyone. So that's why I think it's important to make that clarification. Is it convenient then to have the top dome Carpal? Some workshops charge about $100 or $200, and I've even seen up to $400 for performing the same task as this scanner, running diagnostics, and providing a full report on your vehicle. There are people who say no, but Freedy Car Power 360. You can also go to the auto parts store, to the spare parts store, where they'll do it for you for free. Yeah, well, you can do that if you have the time. Good luck, and good luck. If they take the necessary time to explain to you in detail what you have to do, they take a quick look and refer you where? A mechanic? This way, you get first-hand information, and you can search the internet for the faults or error codes to become more familiar with what's wrong with your vehicle. Well, and you can also clear error codes if you want. It includes information from many modules. It also has essential functions like oil reset, basic functions. It corrects the oil service reminder after a change. It also recalibrates the tire pressure monitoring system. To get accurate readings. With the Carpal, you also have electronic parking brake reset, meaning it resets the electronic parking brake system. After replacing the pads, you reset the battery management system, which is also very important. This is done after installing a new battery. With this, you avoid ignition problems and it adapts the throttle, meaning it improves the engine response by recalibrating the throttle settings. It also helps you understand if it's a minor issue or something that requires immediate attention from a professional mechanic. How many sensors can do all this for only $40? That's right. Watch for the discount offering this for $40 for a limited time. So, what's the verdict? If it's good, nice, and cheap, I'd say yes. Also, take advantage since it's available the week of July 8th. I'm telling you the date because maybe when you're watching this video, July 8th has already passed. July 8th, 2025. They have a special promotion where they give you 43% off an already affordable price. You'll get a 43% discount for a few days that week, starting on July 8th. So take a look at the link in the description if you're interested, obviously, so you can take advantage of that discount. And if the days have already passed, if July 8th of that week has already gone by, if you watch the video later on, still take a look because they're constantly updating and offering deals. Simply put, the price is good. From Carpal by TopDon? What do you think, let's say, about this kind of tool? If you're a mechanic, tell me your criteria or your opinion about what I just shared as well. And well, this is how I say goodbye. Carpal from TopDon. I'll see you and wait for you in the next video. Sending you a big hug.